What is up, everybody? We're back again Thursday night. We've lost track of what episode this is, but I think we're getting close to 100, so we might start a countdown to the 100 episode here. But so obviously y'all know how we do it. We're almost getting to triple digits, so this is like uh, white noise at this point, the introduction. So let's just get it rolling. So let's bring in numero dos. What is happening, my man?
Man, I'm super excited, guys. The best news just got told to me right before I came in the pit. Josh is giving me the WWE. He's gifting it to me. Josh is the best friend. Guys, 10 minutes ago, I was walking my dog and picking up his own shit. Now, I'm the WWE owner thanks to my friend Josh.
You're welcome.
He said he had a surprise for me.
Hope you keep that same energy.
Man, I'm hyped.
So how's things going, man? Another week.
Man, I'm working on some stuff. I told you this in the background. I'm really not ready to announce it to the real world, but all I'll tell you guys, all I want to say is, Baracho Crew puts a lot of work in. Like, I know there's a big spec. Let me just ramble for a second. I know there's people backstage, and y'all got to hold on back there. It's rare that I get to put someone in timeout. So hey, watch yourself, Chihuahua. I'm going to keep you on timeout. Even my Chihuahua's getting too excited over here. But the one thing I want to say, like, I want to put over my boys real quick for a second because the Baracho Crew's put a lot of work in to just connecting with people and getting to know people and just getting involved with the stuff that we do around town. And it's actually turned out to be a pretty good opportunity for us. And so we're super excited. I'm not ready to announce anything yet, but one thing I do want to put over, if I can, Wrestle Rave down in Houston today announced a Death Triad. This is a big fucking deal. JoJo, thank you. The Death Triad is Wrestle Rave's big fucking deal. Hang on a second. Let me tell my boy. The Death Triad was announced today by Wrestle Rave. So here is the stipulation. All right. Should we bring everybody in? Go ahead and bring everybody in. Bring everybody in. I don't want to rant and leave everybody back there. Bring everybody in. I'm too stoked for this.
Everybody come on in. We're bringing everybody in. Mass Exodus.
Oh, shit. What's up?
Exodus. What's up, Mel? What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, JP?
The Death Triad was announced today.
Yep. Here you go, buddy.
Right.
Okay. Go back to Venture.
So the Death Triad is Wrestle Rave putting on a tournament of triple threat matches. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. Shout out to my dude, Andres. What's up, bro? Death match is a triad. It's a trilogy tournament. So every match is going to be a three-way match leading to one final triple threat match.
Nice.
So this is a death match tournament, not like we've seen before. And I know a lot of people like to shit on different stipulations and whatnot. But honestly, this is kind of interesting to me because, again, we've never seen a triple threat tournament all the way through in Texas. Like, we've had our first ever tournament, but we now have a triple threat tournament all the way. And it's early, but one thing I'll say is the Baracho Crew will be there, and we will be bringing a lot of our toys to that show. So shout out to Wrestle Rave for just announcing the Death Triad today.
That makes it worth it right there.
I mean, honestly, that makes it super worth it because those of y'all know, like, I don't bring cheap shit to shows. We're going to cover heavy metal in just a minute because I want to make sure we shout out the boys at Heavy Metal and we shout out that show that they put in. But honestly, like, I'm just super stoked that Wrestle Rave announced something. I'm super stoked that we get to work with them on that. Like, Wrestle Rave has put over the Baracho Crew since day one, like PPW, two places that I will never stop praising from the top of my lungs. Three places, PPW, No Peace Underground, and now now Wrestle Rave. Companies that are always really taking care of the Baracho Crew for what we do. Y'all have given us the opportunity. And I want to shout out Simply Lost too, because Simply Lost put on a death match and we brought a ton of shit. So Bryson, Veronica, if y'all are watching, we would love to do another one with y'all. We love.
We got a show coming up in March.
We got a show coming up in March. I think it's March 5th. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I just really wanted to put over numero dos, numero uno, and numero tres and puro, bro, because we've been working on shit in the background for a long time. It looks like it's paying off. So come to Wrestle Rave. Check out the Death Triad. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Sorry, man. I'm super stoked.
You should be, man. That's a big deal. Like I said,
doing this 5 minutes before I got in the pit, I was like, bam.
Y'all's involvement in that makes it worth even, getting a ticket for, but caring about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's going to be legit. Like, if y'all been watching this show for the last however fucking long we've been doing it, you know a little bit about death matches. I think it's
man. I know.
So
again, keep in mind there's a lot of, and I'm even going to hype myself because I didn't see this going around the deathmatch community. The few people that I pointed out to were like, "Oh shit, that's right." AEW botched their Texas deathmatch at Tony Khan, at Young Bucks, at whoever else. Hey, Mel, tell Thunder, tell them y'all botched your Texas deathmatch. There was supposed to be
that out.
Yeah, and then a 10 count, which you still could have done based on that finish because they both went to the table, could have counted that pin, could have got back in, but everybody kind of shits on.
Wait a second. So we covered that like very, very at length.
Wow.
The week that
already
happened.
Then.
So we didn't need to
say
that all over
we got
again.
a timeout so early in the show.
he was on a roll. He needs to take a breath. He's really, really hyped up right now. So he forgot that he's already had that.
He goes on timeout a lot quicker than this time, around this time. So
yeah, this is about right on time. But and I love the rants, but when we've heard them already, we gotta move on because we have already said that about the Texas death match.
6 minutes in. Good job, Numero.
Good job, Numero. So how are y'all doing?
I'm
pretty good.
I'm getting ready for like back-to-back Mission Pro shows. I don't know if you guys know that.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, March 5th, April 2nd, April 16th. I mean, it's going to be back-to-back Mission Pro. So it's double and triple time over here.
We'll bring you back out.
Right.
I'm out there. Right?
Man, I can't wait to talk about Thunder's match.
Oh, I know. That's why I wanted to bring you back in because we talked about that a little
bit.
Let's talk about the Mission Pro first.
Oh yeah, go.
We'll get to AEW with that, and we'll lead this into AEW.
Really quickly, March 5th, Mission Pro, Conroe, Texas. April 2nd, Dallas, Texas. The Collective, Fair Park, Dallas. Yep. And then of course April 16th is right here back in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, so that's very cool because we always say if their home was Buda or however you want to say it, pinball. I always say that wrong.
Is it Buda?
It's Buda, Texas.
Buda.
Am I Buda? No,
Blue bar. Okay,
that's cool because we like San Antonio, man. San Antonio is great, so that's cool. In San Antonio, there's never too much good wrestling in San Antonio.
And we're gonna be on the south side of San Antonio this time on April 16th. South side represent.
What's big? What's something on March 5th that we can? Because March 5th really, that's just what 2 weeks away, 3 weeks.
2 weeks away. March 5th. Yeah. Bougie Reality takes on the Renegade Twins. Your champ.
My champ.
Your champ.
I'm bringing in Sawyer Wreck.
Maddie 2 belts.
Yeah, Maddie 2 belts. Sawyer Wreck. I don't know, man. Like she's getting booked up. Like a lot of these ladies, man. I've been trying like for 6 months trying to get some of these people
months ago. But hear me out. Think about this: a Genocide versus Sawyer Wreck, no DQ match or type of shit would be great. Genocide versus Sawyer Wreck is a ticket, and when you book it, just let me know how many people tweet about it, okay?
Dude, she and I have already been talking. Boo, Nastico. She and I have been talking, but man, we just cannot get our dates aligned.
Yeah. So it'd be good then. Anything with Maddie in it's going to be good.
Absolutely.
I know. Right.
We got those are coming up soon. We're gonna recap heavy metal after AEW, I guess, because we'll lead into AEW. But I was
it would be a quick
shout out some more. We're getting closer to we'll start hyping more of the WrestleMania stuff that's happening in Dallas. Yeah. We've touched on big announcements. GCWA's just keeps dropping stuff, and it's gonna keep coming. And there's just so much going on that the collective will get more information on that once we get closer to that too.
Exactly. Don't buy one ticket to a giant show. Buy many tickets to many shows, guys. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Support all the indies, man.
One ticket to the nosebleeds in the Super Bowl would buy you every indie ticket show you would want to see for the next 5 years, and then some.
Oh, and then some. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. So AEW, we had some interesting news. We can talk about the news first that dropped. That the people that left AEW made a lot of. It's been a very, very big thing of topic or of conversation for lots of different. Because that just triggers everybody, right?
Yeah,
like
the whole world.
Someone like Cody Rhodes, who's credited as one of the founding reasons why AEW existed, is leaving the company as well as his wife, Brandy.
I like the way you said that. He's leaving the company as well as his wife.
There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of speculation. There's no way this is a work. There's no.
It's not a work. It's not a work.
It's not a work. But I just feel like there's still people who believe, but it's also the same people who are probably like, oh, Bryan Danielson's not going to AEW.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's not a work.
It's not a work.
That's true. We're not listening to y'all.
So we're putting the odds at what, 99 out of 100 that he's going to WWE.
Oh, 99 out of 100. There's a big rumor on the circuit that he's going back. Yeah. My wife's surprised Cody Rhodes is leaving AEW right now. Let me
thank you for watching the pit, Ashley. Appreciate it.
Man, she really does.
We educate.
Yeah,
we educate.
Ashley always got her little phone open on the side. But there's a big speculation there why he's going back to WWE is to go get that world title that Dusty and then what he couldn't do. Like there was a big article talking about like, well, Dusty got beat, and when he went back to WWE, he was in the polka dots, and Cody's trying to prove that he can go back and not end up in the polka dots.
Yep.
Something that we talked about kind of pre-show with JP. It was a good point, and I'm going to I don't know if he had it muted, so I was going to start talking about it. But it's because a lot of people are like, oh, he's going to go back, he's going to get buried, he's going to do this. But don't you think that would? I mean, because Vince is petty as fuck. The older he's gotten, the more petty he's gotten.
Yeah.
But
plus on top of that, you're sending a message to like MJF or Cargill,
everybody in WWE that you come here. Do you think it's? I mean, this is kind of like a question. So does that? You think that shuts the door for anyone from AEW? Like if he gets buried and he's polka dots and shaking his ass, bullshit like Stardust again or something. Does that mean AEW people are gonna be like, well, no, I don't even want to go to WWE just to go get buried and made a joke of? Do you think Vince is petty enough to do it, or or what do you? I mean, what's your thought on that? Because I think it could go either way. I don't think he'll do it.
Honestly, I think it can go either way. I think maybe if Vince might want to do that, but even then, if he does want to do something like that, I think people around him will try to stop him because it's like, hey, this is I posted that meme, by the way. It's great. So but the thing is, it's like I think this would be a way for WWE to be like, hey, see, look, AEW people, you can come to us. We're not gonna treat you like crap, Yeah. So I could see that way too. Honestly, I really think it's about money and respect. I think that's what it all boils down to. Like
I don't know. I honestly think I think honestly he's gonna go back and he's gonna put stuff in his contract. Like I want this kind of control. I want this blah blah blah. If he goes back, that's great. I love it.
Exactly. If he goes back, but the thing is, so keep in mind, like WWE doesn't. They don't need him. That's why that's why it's funny to me that this is all happening. Like this is a clear shot at like, oh my god, we got their EVP. It looks great for their people.
So?
But no, there's no way that this is because we want him as a wrestler. They're making money hand over fist. They don't need Cody. Cody needs them if anything.
What's the difference between an EVP and a head booker for a world famous wrestling indie promotion or a territory like Dusty Rhodes or Mountain or Smokey?
It's
a former. EVP is a bullshit title that meant nothing to anyone.
He hasn't had that title in a year and a half.
Listen. Did he sign a contract that said he was EVP?
For clout.
Okay, but it doesn't matter if it on paper for the stock people for suits that see it, they're gonna see on his resume EVP.
No, I have my argument, and here it is.
Who the fuck?
Here it is.
You really think Cody Rhodes submitted a resume to get a job at WWE?
No, it's not. No, off crazy. You submit a resume, but when you add the line in there, when you add the line in there, we added a guy, we added a wrestler from AEW, or hey, we added one of their suits from AEW. That sounds much better to the stockholders.
They're not going to do.
They literally just brought in Impact World
Champion. If they do that,
and they wouldn't mention anything about Impact. They altered what their title is. I don't know.
I'm not talking about. I am not talking about.
Listen to me though. Listen to me. They brought in so many talent from other companies a million times over and never mentioned them. They are not going to change that for Cody Rhodes.
They're bringing back Cody Rhodes.
Going to do that for Cody Rhodes.
Listen, career with them.
Cody, listen, because here's my deal. And I thought about this recently because I saw an article. Everybody shits on AEW for being the failed t-shirt company. But really and truly, WWE is not a wrestling company. WWE is a true merchandise company. They are releasing all this talent and still putting over record numbers
making
revenue.
more
And
money
that's
than ever made.
merchandise. Yeah. And even though, if you look at Cody Rhodes, he is a John Cena level superstar because he won't turn heel, but people bitch about how much they hate him, but they still buy his merch. He's still high up on PWTs. He's high up on interest. As much as people hate him, they still buy his shit, and that's why Vince wants him back. Vince honestly is tricking us all with this bullshit about like, oh, you know,
I completely disagree with you there. So the reason
Jushin Liger. He's brought in Taz as the like he
doesn't.
And
then he buried Taz because it was so he brought in Taz to screw over ECW. He did bring Jushin Thunder Liger. It was Triple H who brought Jushin Thunder Liger to NXT. And my whole point, he wasn't touching NXT at the time. So my point of saying EVP has nothing to do with the product, has nothing to do with him on Raw or SmackDown. I'm talking about when it comes to the bottom line. We're talking about doing TV deals. We're talking about talking to networks. Like, hey, listen, we took one of AEW executives. Whether it's fake or not, we took one of his executives and now he works for us. So maybe there's something there that maybe you should sign with AEW because this isn't that. It's just another bullet point they can add to their stuff. It has nothing to do with Raw. He could show up to Raw and fucking show up at Stardust. It doesn't matter. I don't think at all they're going to mention AEW in freaking on Raw and SmackDown. I'm talking about in the background as a point to take it to AEW. They took one of their executives.
I get what you're saying, Angel. I get what you're saying. I see what Brad's saying, and I see what you're saying, and I agree with different points of both you guys. I see that they're doing it as just a notch in their belt. Like, hey, we got Cody, and we're gonna stick it to the AEW fans and all the indie fans. Like, look, it doesn't matter how cool you thought you were at this other company, you still came back to us.
Vince has proven he does not need If
he doesn't need it, but he likes all the toys.
Well, if that's the thing. If you look in the past, some of Vince's biggest superstars to date were baby faces that refused to go heel. Like Cody fits that resume. Like he left not over, and he's super over. Even though everyone hates him, he's super over. We talk about him. We tweet him. We Facebook. We do all that bullshit. He's got his own TV show. Like Cody's over, and he's a face that won't turn heel. That gets Vince's dick harder than fucking concrete, man. Like I think that's why he's going back. Like, and I don't. Like, I think people think that Cody's going to be buried immediately, and I don't think that's the case.
I don't think
so. I don't think he's buried immediately.
It's such a lot. That would be like if the Hulk came at you and you're like, "I'll take this pea shooter." That's such a lame shot, and I really do think this is the level of Eddie where Vince is. But
realistically, if Cody does come back, do you realistically see him beating Roman Reigns right away for the championship?
Oh, I don't think he's even going to fight Seth Rollins, bro.
No, I don't think.
He'll be with like Sami Zayn or something.
Right, he's going to join. He's going to
go back to mid.
Sami Zayn is a perfect example of what will probably happen to Cody Rhodes.
But here's the thing with Cody Rhodes: he's smart enough to look over that contract and not just sign it. He's to be like, no. I need a little bit more creative freedom. I want the same. I want the same things in my contract that Brian Danielson had.
Promised that though, Mel. Don't you think that Cody and Brandy are a little bit smarter to see past that? Do you really think that Vince is going to put that shit in writing? Because Cody's quote about it was when Dusty went. Somebody quoted like when Dusty went to WWE, that's where the polka dots were born.
Right.
And even though we love it today, that was a really shitty way to treat Dusty back.
Oh, for sure.
No, but what I'm saying is Cody is smart enough to get it in writing to where like I want to do my own promos. I don't want
Vince is giving a few with that right.
Yeah, and he's given like Brian Danielson or Daniel Bryan at the time.
Roman has that now.
Roman has that.
Now,
a lot of people have that. Cody knows that.
Brock has it.
So I think Cody is smart enough to know, okay, this is the language I do want it. You don't want it in there, but I do because I want to control myself and it just seems so.
But will Cody?
It just seems so frustrating. He just got his name back. Now you're going to go back to the company who tried to take
with that creative control.
To my knowledge, I don't think WWE. To my knowledge, I don't think WWE is interested in Brandy Rhodes right now. So
yeah. No. Oh yeah. What would you?
No one's.
No offense, anyone that loves her. I'm sorry. really.
Well, here's my question to you guys.
We all agree on that.
If you send Cody to WWE with creative control, like, don't you feel like someone in that organization is smart enough to go, well, honestly, like, even though Cody books himself, like, here's the deal. Think about it. Cody was over as fuck in his feuds with AEW, but Cody was allowed to do shit that will never fly in WWE. Flaming tables will never go for Cody in WWE. That's why the Andrade feud works. The Malachi Black shit goes extra hard. When he goes back to WWE, do you really think they're going to give him that level of?
Well, that's the thing.
No.
The creative control in WWE isn't creative control. It's the right to veto one of their shitty ideas, and then you have to listen to their next one.
Right.
You'll never get. It's not like you get to say this is what I'm going to do.
And they don't and maybe he doesn't get the script. Like, this is your promo. This is how you say it. You have to say it verbatim, and he can be like,
"Nope,
this is bullshit. I'm not saying that."
He has a voice.
Shit.
That creative control just means he has a voice in a discussion that's led by WWE.
See,
it's not like creative control in AEW. It's not like in creative control everywhere else. Where you
damn.
See, it feels. I know. It feels so.
This is savage as fuck. He's definitely gonna be the best.
I mean, he's a little higher. He's a little higher than that. But it's just always weird to me. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to imagine in the box of toys that Vince has with all these wrestlers, where would Cody stack up? Right. Where would
exactly? That's dawned on me when we were saying all these names of people. We're like, oh, Bryan Danielson and
it's just I think there's like different levels.
Are above Cody and
he's going NXT. He's going NXT.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, and it's not a knock
on this in this show.
Yeah, and it's not a knock against Cody.
He's not on their level.
Yeah, he's definitely crossed over. Done like a reality show and that big show stuff like that. He's done stuff on Arrow. You know, he's like an actor and all that. But I never got the sense that he is on that next level. I feel like for us, like anti WE, whatever you want to call us, like he was preaching to us. He was always catering to us. He was always like hey, FWV, this and that. Now he's no longer that.
Yeah.
Where is he going to rank up? I mean, he's not going to be on Roman Reigns level.
He's going to definitely not. I mean, you got to remember, WWE fans, a lot of them are only WWE fans.
Exactly, yeah.
This is Stardust coming back to them.
Dude, remember I told you.
That's what he was when he left.
Yeah, dude. Bill Simmons on this podcast was like, oh, dude, I'm excited. We might see Stardust. Like, he
hated it. Why would he want to go back to that?
And that's the thing that I was going to lead to.
Fell asleep on my arm, so I had to put her down.
It's all good.
Sorry.
You put her down, man. You could have just put her in the bed. You didn't have to euthanize her. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Well, I was carrying her. I literally carried her. That's the whole thing. And she just started falling asleep. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put this down.
Numero dos, you can't be killing little babies on the show.
Wow. I'm sorry. I popped for that one. That got me.
Cold-blooded.
And look at that. He goes in timeout, and then here's our boy.
Hey.
Right after I put Brad in timeout. That's funny. So my thing though is, so we're like, oh, if he goes in to get buried, oh, this bad. So is there any possibility that, like, where else can he fucking go?
See, and that's what I'm curious.
Well,
like, does he?
Is there anything else a huge step backwards?
Okay, well, here's the thing. Now hear me out.
Well, the thing
does he go back to Ring of Honor? And
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Were you? Me and Angel are always on the same page.
I was about to say.
I agree, but what is that considered? Is what I'm saying. If he goes there, is that a huge step back?
I mean,
like, oh, you made a bad choice.
So at all.
I don't know. I mean, but at the end of the day, who cares?
Huge step back.
Like I mean, from if we say, oh, that's a step back, in his mind, if he's getting that money and he has more freedom,
I don't think,
which is so crazy because I feel he had anything
with Cody. That dude makes
he makes. Yeah,
he's got a lot of money.
Oh, he does. No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. So maybe he wants to take a step back from wrestling. I don't know.
Man, think about it.
But the whole thing is that I don't know if a lot of people know this. The new NWA World Champion Matt Cardona even tweeted it out, saying, I guess he feels that maybe Cody's coming back to NWA to challenge for the title. So.
Hey, you never know. Maybe
I don't know if he's going back to NWA.
So. That's Matt Cardona playing the internet.
He's very good about that.
He's one of the greatest ever at that. So
yes,
maybe we see Cody show up at GCW.
You know how sometimes you take tourists out in the middle of the ocean for shark tours, and there's no sharks. and you throw chum in the water, you throw chum and blood in the water and stuff, and all of a sudden sharks show up. What if Cody's bait?
Yeah. Well, that kind of goes back to what we were saying too. So, like, don't bury him so we can get everybody else, right?
No, not even bury him. What if Cody just opens a door to WWE that has not been opened? Like, we talked about the Forbidden Door, but obviously we saw that really didn't churn out much for WWE. No. So what if they're thinking that Cody would actually really open the Forbidden Door for them, and there's really not much intention for Cody. But oh my God, Scott, God help me, Jesus in heaven, the Baracho crew coming out. But Cody's legit, like the thing that kicks open the door and other people follow Cody, because there's no way there's a legit plan for Cody in WWE. There's zero chance.
But what would be
that guy's got to go in timeout. Johnny Mitchelson, straight to timeout. We can't put you in timeout because you are not in the pit. But if you'd like to join us just so we can put your ass right the fuck in there, that's how you get in the timeout as the pit. Cody and Polka Dot.
See, but I do like that.
Imagine the Poppy would get over that.
No, Brad, I do like your theory.
He put himself in timeout.
Buddy, I don't know where to go. So, buddy, so I do like your theory, Brad. But again, it's just it goes against to what WWE's been doing. It's like they don't care about, like, they only brought all these like wrestlers because they need someone they need bodies for the Royal Rumble, but they, in my opinion, they don't care about parting with people.
You're not thinking about the number of people that turned them down. You gotta think about how big of an ego hit that was. Like, a lot of people turned down WWE. There was, I don't know the names, but there was a list, and there was like 8 or 9 names on it. Nia Jax told WWE personally on Twitter to go F themselves.
Yep.
So have you ever seen a meme of a dude crying with dollar bills in his face?
Yes.
Like that's what I imagine. Like, oh my God, they didn't add me. Oh, wait a minute. We just had the biggest profits we've ever had in company history. Like, we're making $1 billion.
Yeah, the 12th quarter in a row.
Here's my deal, bro. Here's my deal, bro. Let's say your theory is right, and you really hate this company, right? Let's say you hate the CEO, right?
Yeah.
CEO of this company is a bad guy, and you really just want to take this company down. You have this vindication against the company.
Okay.
But there's this VP and the CEO guy that you can also kind of personally get. But it takes you like a year and a half, and he's no longer a CEO. He's just a janitor now. And maybe like a first floor call center agent. But he's not a fucking actual person. He has no actual standing in the company, and taking this guy down actually does fuck all for AEW. It actually opens up more opportunity for them to sign more people.
Oh, yes. That leads to my next question.
Dude, that's what really
got.
Yeah.
Like, with
that's why I feel like
breaking months ago it broke. That those guys, that EVP shit was so out the window so long ago. This feels like trying, like, oh yeah, like yeah, guys, check it out. I signed Brett Favre. No one else can sign Brett Favre because I have Brett Favre. No one gives a fuck about Cody. It's not gonna hurt the Green Bay Packers if someone signs Brett Favre. Come on, Angel.
So that was gonna be my next question. My question though
is better.
No, it's not. No, it's not because
I'm trying to talk.
Go, my bad.
So the question I have to ask is then, doesn't AEW win regardless?
Oh yeah,
with this move?
Yes.
Is there any possible way that AEW loses in this? With that move?
The only way I see it is if it's used against them when it comes to new TV deals. That's the only like in terms of like I mean that's the only way. That's the only way because.
But they've already built up so many other talents that
they have, and that's why, in my opinion, I didn't see as like I listened to because it was either this or fucking Russia Ukraine, so this was a breath of fresh air for me. But so like I listened to a whole bunch of different stuff about this, and everyone was acting like, oh my God, this is like, especially you motherfucking WWE fans. There's all these fucking years making like, oh F you Cody, oh we don't want you here, go be a T-shirt, whatever, and then what? Oh, he's coming back to us. Yeah, I'm so excited to see him. Oh my God, who's the girls of WrestleMania? Like, I see you, motherfuckers. I see you. Get the fuck out of here. Keep the same fucking energy.
We
fucking
hate
schmucks.
We hate y'all more than we don't like Jim Cornette. Y'all the worst type of fucking fans.
Yeah, but still. So to me, I was like, dude, I heard the news, and I was like, yo, I'm excited. I did a little legit, like, oh shit, he's got.
I got a question.
Like, I'm happy,
bro. And let's talk about this. Like, we often compare WWE to real world type of sports. Like, it's a sport. It's still real to me, damn it. All that good shit. Angel's favorite fucking team just acquired James Harden.
What? No, he didn't. Wait, no, we traded away James Harden. What are you talking about?
He went to Philadelphia.
What?
He went to Philadelphia.
Did he go to the Knicks?
He's a Nets fan.
What are you talking about? Oh, fucking Lord.
I freaking love Brad.
What is going on? Anyways.
So not only did he bring up a sport that we don't talk about, he got it all wrong again.
Lord. Oh, what is going on?
Harden went to the Sixers.
I am going to say this.
It had nothing to do with the Knicks at all.
I am going to say this. As much as I
that
do.
is so great.
I just
amazing. Love that guy so much. Sorry.
How does Brad always get? I don't understand how Brad gets. I don't get
fucking
it.
working. All of us has got to be.
It is. He had a smile on his face as soon as he knew he was out.
Yeah.
But while he's gone, I'm gonna say this. So is Brandy now like 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 and never finishing a storyline in AEW?
Brilliant.
Okay, but here's my question: why are we in the era of sports? Because I honestly, when it comes to basketball, I'm totally working. I know Angel is the hugest Brooklyn fan. I'm always working Angel by his famous New York team or his favorite New York team. But we're in a pro sports era where it's really common for athletes to change company. You know what I mean? Like LeBron. Yeah. Look at LeBron. Yeah. Look at Shaq. Look at fucking James Harden.
Almost every star in the NBA.
For multiple teams.
Almost every star in the NBA.
Why the fuck do y'all give a shit who wrestles for what fucking company? Like, honestly, think about it. If you really look at sports, how often do you root for a player of a team? Very rarely. I know very few people in the world of sports that have changed teams solely because of one player. Like, I love UT, and I loved when Kenny Vaccaro got drafted to the Saints, but when he was gone, I wasn't a Kenny Vaccaro fan anymore. Why do we have to have that mindset in pro wrestling? Why can we only be a fan of a talent because he works for one company? Aren't you just fucking happy that he's working? Like, shit. That's all right. That's my rant. Like, goddamn, people change teams all the fucking time. My other rant still stands. I know that none of y'all motherfuckers out there ever want y'all to look at anyone and say, oh, good job, big company. You just hired McDonald's old employee. We all started somewhere. We all travel places to get where we are. We change occupations all the fucking time.
I don't get that either, but I think it's also the fact that WWE fans are only WWE fans. A lot of them don't know indies, so they don't know that.
Go Spurs, go. That's my boy.
So they don't even know that. This champion goes over here and defends it at another company, or goes over here and defends it at another company, or takes it with them over here. Blah blah blah.
It's like the indies,
the indies, exactly like the indies. They don't realize that you can actually have companies actually work together, and you can like the product.
What a novel idea!
Oh my God! Well, how crazy that you can like New Japan, then New Japan can show up on AEW.
Is there hope there's some promoters listening to that right there? Because
think about it. How weird and bizarro it is on the indies. Crazy. We're super excited when a company brings in a random fucking talent, but on the fucking main roster, we're like, oh shit, they're bringing in a new guy. Isn't that so fucking weird? You'll get hype as fuck when GCWA fucking brings in Cody Rhodes, but you're pissed when WWE will bring him in? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's just wrestling. I get it. And I know
this is they bring him back at Stardust.
Hold on.
It's like how you use my talent. But at the same token, like,
I get it.
Listen, I told Adam Cole personally not to sign with WWE. I would have been wrong. Adam Cole killed it in WWE, and he was smart enough not to go where I had already told him not to go. So I think Adam Cole picked up on my message because he never.
Because of you. Okay. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
Hey, Philip Sines can verify this.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, sometimes people make the best decisions for themselves, and you need to respect that if a talent jumps to a ship and they made a bad decision, that's on them. That's not on that company, and that's not on you as a fan. Like, stop shitting on people. Like, hype up people like Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole or even people like Roman Reigns and fucking Seth Rollins, who have been smart enough to stick with the person that really was backing them from the beginning.
Yep.
Not people like Cody that were bouncing around back and forth. That's my only thing. Like, just think about that, guys. Like, these wrestlers make their own decisions. Stop hating the promotion.
Now, my only retort to that is I completely agree with you. So like, whenever I see someone go to WWE, like, you know, like I have two mindsets. Always on a personal level, good for you. Go make that bag. I'm happy for you. Happy for your family. Hope you secure your future. As a fan, you're dead to me now, because I've had enough. I've tried so many times. Every time I think, oh my God, he's gonna do something, then they just do nothing with them, and then I just get disappointed. And it's not the same person. So I'm just like,
how is that different than the opposite, though? I mean, I know it's the opposite, but like, so you are saying when WWE fans are mad when they go anywhere else, y'all are basically the same thing but flipped.
No, Angel says arrivederci. Angel lets that talent.
I'm happy for them. Good for you.
And I respect that. I respect that because Adam Cole, to a big degree, I saw a lot of his ROH shit.
Yeah,
Adam Cole was one person I was a long time fan of. But real talk, I loved his NXT run. I saw maybe 15% of it. I read 100% of it, but I didn't even watch that much. Sometimes some of us just say, you know what, that's my guy. I root for him. If that's where he wants to go, that's where you go. Yeah. If you love something, let it go. And if
I know. So I don't see that doesn't sound like a disagreement of what I said, though, because that sounds like when WWE fans, you're saying if they go somewhere else, then they're just, or then they don't exist anymore, and then oh no, they came back. You know, like Stardust is back. Where's he been for the last years?
I got a really good example for you. I can flush my point out. So I'm a really big animal lover. When I go to a zoo, the first thing that I look up is this zoo a profit zoo, or is this zoo a type of zoo that puts the money that it gets back into the animals? Like, for example, San Antonio Zoo, big shout out to them because they're a research, they take in rescue animals. I want to make sure that I'm supporting a company that's for my cause. But if you tell me that my world's favorite animal ends up in a zoo where I'm not going to go to, my only concern is that they're happy. If they're happy there and they're good there, then that's on them. Like, my thing is, I don't necessarily support that product, but I'm not going to shit on the world for somebody that does.
Okay, I see so you're saying that WWE fans shit on the people that leave.
Yeah,
I think
that's your point. Because I don't.
In a way, they do.
Because I think a majority of them, because especially the younger ones, they're just like, where did he go? And then you pop back on money. Oh, he's back. Like that's They don't.
I feel like a lot of
went and shit on them. I think it's the same for a lot more.
That's not a huge consciousness to the product that you love. You know what I mean? Like if you say, but that to me, in my analogy, those are zoo lovers. Those are not animal lovers. They're there for the convenience.
Yeah,
it's so easy to find the WWE product.
So I think that nails it right there. Is WWE fans are zoo lovers, not animal lovers.
Right, and AEW fans are animal lovers. They will go far wide to find exactly.
So that's different. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Ashley, you hear this by now? You came through.
No, where are you going? And to Matthew's point, because he said, "Are we going to turn your back on Roxy?" No, it's not. It's not about turning your back on them. It's just going to realization.
You wish someone the best, then you're not going to watch them.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the best example I can give is one of the best matches I've seen in my life was Nakamura versus AJ Styles, Wrestle Kingdom. That match, amazing. It blew my fucking mind. I was like, yes, this is fucking wrestling. Had the same exact match, the same people at WrestleMania. It was a small, it wasn't even close to how it was. It was a presentation, the timing, the commentary, everything about it was like, bro.
Not only
Angel's ready to go up on the commentary for that match.
To Matthew's point, I think we can all agree. I can support Roxy without supporting WWE because I follow Roxy on social media. I follow Roxy on all Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. I can still like Roxy shit and helps Roxy get over without tuning into WWE. And to be fair, if you're really a big enough fan of a talent, you will watch them. This argument is not a Roxy argument. It's a Cody Rhodes argument.
Exactly.
And no one's arguing that Roxy is now super over. And I'm not attacking you, Matt. I'm just saying, like, Roxy is actually really good.
He's just asking a question.
Why it does work. Roxy is example it does work because people want to see Roxy and people want to see where Roxy can go. Yeah. People wanted to see Cody Rhodes go one place, and he left an organization before going there. This is a tale of two different cities. Sure. This is two ships passing in the night. Roxy is on her way in.
No, but I think this wasn't derived from the Cody part. It was just a thing of like, okay, I've let somebody. Then once you get there, you're dead to me.
No, I thought Matt.
That question came out really after good. Angel said you're dead to me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So he's basically asking. Yeah. So let me translate it. He's asking Angel, is Roxy dead to you when she goes to
good.
No, she said that by all means, I'm happy for you.
That's what you had said earlier.
Go do your thing. But in my mind, you're essentially dead to me. You're not like you're no longer around because it's like
so she's dead to you.
So is that
not like I'm gonna shit on her. I'm gonna talk shit about her. I'm gonna
like that's not what I asked. Kushida, the time splitter?
But she's dead to you though.
Yes, Kushida. Yes, for Kushida. I've come in. I've come in to check.
Angel was
coming to check it out.
He said it outright.
Well, another guy Angel was big on was
I feel you.
Another guy was that Angel was Ike Minjiro.
Yes, Ike Minjiro, dude, jacket dude. I was dude. I followed him in even the Japanese indies, man. I used to watch some obscure shit. Oh, so wait, hold on, give me a second. I'm doing the point right now. I used to watch him all the time. He was jacket dude. He goes to WWE. I'm like, I'm gonna watch one match of his, and I literally want to throw my controller against the wall. And I was like, I'm good.
For real.
I learned my lesson.
And that's how Angel will beat, and that's cool. But he's consistent with it.
Yeah.
See, like me, I support talent everywhere. Like there's promotions in this state, in this country that I don't like the promoters, but I'll sometimes still go to some of their shows because there's a match with talent that I support.
Yeah.
You know.
Like going back
because especially with the indies, because it's about the talent. It ain't about to me, it's not about the promotion. It's about the talent.
Like going back to the Kushida thing, like with what Angel was saying, like they're pretty much dead to him. Like Naito did a promo after one of his matches, and he asked him about Kushida. He was like, "Well, he's going to WWE. I hope I never see him again." Basically, and I was like, "Damn."
Well, okay. That's Naito though. That's Naito.
Yeah.
He likes to play the prick sometimes. But yeah, hey.
So
you know what? But at the end of the day, you know what?
I think we all can unanimously say though we wish Roxy the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sure.
We've supported her on the show.
She's 18, got signed to Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, out of her thing, went to Impact. Now she's with NXT. Good for her, girl.
By the way, I know not a lot of people know this, but Quinn McKay also signed with WWE NXT. So it's another one.
Cool. So we didn't ever get to talk more about AEW. We were trying to do that for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, no,
I think there was a show also this week, AEW. I think that was more than
shit, there was a show, huh? Yeah, hey, I leave this to you guys. I missed a lot of it.
Yeah, but real quick, we're talking about signings and stuff like that. You know, AQA just signed with AEW. Yeah. So, you know, she got released, she got picked back up. So, you know, that's two big signings they've gotten at AEW with Keith Lee and AQA, two Texas talent.
One big signing and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna be nice, Josh.
I can't help myself.
I was being nice.
Oh my God, Josh. Wait, be so negative.
Yeah.
Time out.
So hey, hey.
Time out.
Can we cover Heavy Metal's no ring death match?
Yeah, shit, let's do that. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
We're covering AEW, damn it.
Oh,
let's do AEW. Hey, real quick. So what's like the major takeaway from AEW?
Punk's promo was great in the beginning to begin the show.
Yeah, fucking dude, Greg Valentine. I feel bad because at first I didn't catch it, and I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. It's like Valentine.
Here's
match.
my major take. Thunder's buried by Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez can't wrestle. Thunder can. That's my take.
Wait, Mercedes. Whoa.
We're going to talk about that match. That's why we
stayed on AEW. Wait.
Have you ever seen anything more stupid than that table spot? Have you ever seen anything more fucking stupid than that table? Okay.
Yes, I have. I mean,
it's not stupid. You go through it. No.
Hold on. You said have I ever seen anything more stupid than that? And yes, to answer your question, I have seen many more things stupider than that.
I get it.
I agree. The spot was weird. The spot was dumb.
That spot was there, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be like a thrown through." And when I saw they went for that suplex, I was like, "That's gonna hurt, man." And Thunder hit it and slid down, and man, her face said it all. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for her.
She sells like a thing. I'm pretty sure
she sells like a champ, but I was like, "Damn!" Like
she sells better than anyone.
The bottom of the table. It's one thing to go through a whole ass table. Thunder Rosa went through 20% of the table, and this is my only thing I want to point out because there was a death match Murdoch at Volume 3 ICW. For some reason, they had these tiny tables in there. These tables were half the size of a normal table, and they would not fucking break. And we joked about it forever, but no shit. There was a top rope suplex spot where the guy giving the suplex went short, hit the table. The table didn't break. Murdoch lands on the table. The other guys.
Look at that comment. That's like one of the greatest comments ever in the history.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's a good man. We gotta get Matt. God bless Matt.
I love Matt. Appreciate you.
Awesome
Thank you.
comment.
But yeah. But go on. Go
I want to break down heavy metal. I want to talk heavy metal.
Let's finish with AEW real quick.
Hey.
Is there anything else with AEW?
Yeah. Brian Danielson. I think.
Yeah.
Lee Moriarty, man.
Lee Moriarty. I think what he's going to do, he's going to be a thing where people he wants to recruit, he's going to fight them, beat them, and they're going to join his clique. I'm down for that.
The Moxley promo is good. It sets up Moxley and Danielson at the pay-per-view. So
yeah,
I think the beautiful thing was it was just all the stories are still going, and there's
everything's still going.
We don't just get match. There's stories everywhere. That's what I think.
Oh, the Malachi Black House of Black.
House of Black.
I mean, LAX.
Yep.
LAX baby, yeah.
You know I am kind of interested though, since Cody and Brandy are leaving, since Brandy's leaving, where does that leave Scorpio Sky now and Ego Ethan Page? Ego Ethan Page. Like, where does that happen to that storyline? Wasn't Brandy like leading the force on that?
But funny you mentioned that. Apparently they're taking credit for running them off AEW.
Oh, okay.
That's perfect. Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
Let's see. No, but the thing is,
go out on her back.
You know, I don't know what to do. So with PVZ, Paige Van Zant, who's a fucking natural. Hopefully she's good in the ring because she has everything else around that. They'll probably have her against Red Velvet, just like, you know, because remember, like they always have like Red Velvet's kind of like a homie of.
Yeah, she was the surrogate for Brandy when she was pregnant.
Yeah, so I could see that. I mean, it is what it is. Oh well. I mean,
Buddy Matthews is all elite too now, right? Isn't that a thing? Is that official?
Oh, but it's rumored. It's rumored because they're talking about there's gonna be a third person in the Black.
Okay.
So some people think it's Angel's boy, Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
Formerly Buddy Murphy.
Yep. The Omega Ibushi.
Hold on one second. All right. So I literally just said Buddy Matthews. Like, oh wait, and there's also Buddy Matthews. I literally had just said Buddy Matthews.
Damn it!
Boy,
you know what?
Dude.
Dude. But that shit. I mean, I think overall. I mean, and then the main event, you know, as usual, Darby. Okay, but can listen. I love Sammy. I love Sammy. I love
2 belts?
Sammy. He had 3 on the other day.
Yeah, with that vlog belt.
The vlog belt.
Yeah. But man, like. Someone needs to talk to him. Like, you don't have to do some of these spots like that. When he took that back body or like that.
Oh, yeah. But
outside.
But what about the spot that Darby did on the apron?
I mean, that
looked like it really hurt.
Yeah. See, I feel okay.
He stole that on a weekly basis. That he doesn't.
Yeah. See, Darby's just made a different stuff. Darby, he's like a skater. They're used to like he takes a beating. But Sammy, dude, I'm like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, neither does Darby. Neither one of them. They both do it all the time.
Yeah.
Every week.
I know, man. I just hope that he doesn't hurt himself.
That's why they're pillars of the AEW, right? That's why they're 2 of the ones that are going to be there when all these other guys that are making all the news right now are gone.
Yeah,
these guys are going to still be there.
Yeah. Oh, and then this tag tournament. Oh, and can we please have Matt Hardy just come in? I was that ending. I was so bummed out. I'm like. Matt Hardy, really?
We lost Numero Dos, so he's ready to go to the other thing, and now he's not here.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go. Well, you know, while we wait for him,
yeah.
Hey, wait. Should we do quickly New Japan while we wait for him to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull a fucking melt.
I mean, I do definitely want to cover the heavy metal show.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Pretty good, so I want to hear how it went.
Angel.
Yes.
So I don't know if you know this, but Meltzer was talking about the upcoming New Japan shows.
Yes.
How Evil's in the semi-main event 2 shows in a row.
Yep.
You know, he says that Evil's actually a big star.
Well, so he it's not so much that he's a big star, it's the much that the way he's booked and he has like 2 belts, so of course they're gonna have him in there. But
he said
2 belts,
he's actually a big, like one of the big stars in New Japan. To your dismay.
It's unfortunate. It's depressing. It's fucking awful. It's okay. So see. I was actually gonna say some positive, but hold on. Let me. I'll start with Evil and I'll work my way around. But so I watch. So there was this lumberjack match with Evil and Ishii where you have the fucking House of Torture guys outside, and then you have the Chaos guys outside. It's exactly what you imagine. It was nonstop effing interference. The ref was getting involved. They were messing with the ref. The ref was acting stupid. The ref smacked Evil for some reason because he was trying to do some shit. But yes, I'm so excited for that. Ooh, I'm so excited. But outside of all that, the last 5 minutes of that match was great. It was actually great. If we cut out the last 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of that bullshit, and just cut it to that 5 minutes, it's like, oh my god, Evil and Ishii, they had a great 5-minute match. It was one of the best 5-minute matches that Evil has ever had. Because if I just completely ignore everything else, right? And then so that's just that Evil survive. And then of course he's gonna go to the main. He's gonna and so we have two upcoming shows, and he is the co-main event because he's going for the tag titles, and then he's defending his 6-man Neverman championship as well.
That means Yujiro is also in the semi-main too. That old man.
And Yujiro's awful. I don't even know why he's on there. But the thing is, the funny thing is that so. Yes, I do, but the funny thing is, so I went back and watched the previous 2 shows. So if people don't know, it's like golden week or whatever. So they've been having multiple events. Now all these events have been nothing but tag matches and 6-man matches and 8-man matches. Awful, but they've been having singles matches. So I'm like, I'm gonna check out all these singles matches to see what is happening. And out of the 7 or 8 singles matches that I watched outside of Evil, half of them had interference. Half of them ended with some shenanigans with the ref, trying to take Tiger Mask off, using a weapon. It's just nonsense. Or people just coming in and doing a second. So I'm like, I thought it was just a House of Torture nonsense. Now, mind you, House of Torture also was part of this shit as well. But now it's a lot of Bullet Club. Like, I watched Tiger Mask versus Gato. Now, I thought maybe I might see some regular Gatos and some good old school Gato. Nope. It was nonstop like nonsense for fucking 20 minutes against Tiger Mask. And then I started in the match Tiger Mask against ELP. I'm like, oh, they're having a great fucking match. Oh, yo, that's what I'm talking about. What happened? Another fucking interference. Fucking some dude came over, fucking trying to knock him out, trying to pull his mask. What the fuck are we doing? I thought it was just a House of Torture shit. But no, let's go ahead and let's have every fucking match have interference. Fuck it. Why not? Fucking hell. Why am I gonna waste time and effort on these stupid singles matches if it ends or it has the same bullshit? Fucking New Japan.
Angel,
but with that being said, though,
Angel, take a deep breath, bro.
But with that being said, we have these two upcoming shows that had some pretty interesting matches. And I would say, actually, I'm gonna give a shout out because I talked shit about this dude. Master Wato versus Desperado had a very good match. Master Wato, how you doing, buddy? Master Wato was like he was blue, but he was actually he was very like vicious. He was having some vicious strikes. He was doing some submissions. I was like, this is a fucking match. And it was a great match. The dude who I talked shit about last week actually had a great match. So hey, but this Sunday there's gonna be another fucking event. There's 2 events happening this weekend. The one that matters is the last match, which is gonna be Naito versus Okada. Definitely check that out. That's just gonna be a banger. And then Tanahashi versus Sanada, which should be an interesting match because Sanada can fuck things up or not.
That's the night before. That's the main event for the night before. So
exactly. Nice. So I say, regardless, this is gonna be prior to a tournament. So I'll say at least check out Okada versus Naito because they're not gonna let you down.
Evil
and Sanada and Tanahashi because Tanahashi really never has a bad singles match unless it's I guess Angel's boy Evil to his credit. So
yes. So that is I said so. Look at that. I said something positive about Evil. Brad, you fucking missed it. I actually said some positive stuff about Evil.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
So go ahead. Let's talk some fucking heavy metal.
Let's talk some fucking heavy metal. No ring death match.
Heavy metal killed it. Killed it. It was a great show. Not enough people go out to heavy metal's stuff, man. I'm always shocked that And it was a great draw, but I honestly
the card was enough to get people there. You thought
no walking distance in there. Like I honestly expected that shit to be like staggered out the back, both sides. Like I really expected them to be cutting people off at the door.
And it was at 50.
The 502, yeah, the 502,
502, which is an amazing venue. I love 502, 100%.
I love this. You buy beer and you give it a shot. Fucking love it.
They didn't have that shot. They didn't have that.
Yeah, they did. Brad, you were fucking downing those fucking shots.
I don't think that was a special. I think that we were just ordering them that way.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
shit. Okay, my bad.
No, I think that we were just
I'm pretty sure at some point it was. Okay.
No, I think we were just ordering them that way. Because Ashley asked about that.
He definitely had some, I guess, because he doesn't remember how
it's famous. It's a famous special. It's a great one. But yeah, man, they had several matches. I don't have any complaints for heavy metal. I only have one jab, and I knew it was coming, and it's really just not on. And oh man, Roland's on a $5 beer and shot. I only have one jab, and it was just there, and I kind of knew it was there, and I kind of knew it was coming. I really wanted to see Vert Vixen take a deathmatch spot. And I'll tell you this, I am not one of those fans that believes that a deathmatch wrestler has to bleed. I think that Jimmy Lloyd had a tough showing at the 2020 King of the Deathmatch tournament, and people gave him shit. People shit on him for months that he didn't bleed. Like, literally a fan walked up to him at the table and said, like, oh, wow, Jimmy mailed it in. And it was a thing for a while. And it sparked a whole debate in deathmatch. So I don't believe you have to bleed. I think if you could take 50 tacks to your back and really not gush blood. But man, but Roland is not wrong. I was gone. I was throwed at heavy metal. I had the best time of my life. But here's my thing. I kind of wanted to see Vert take some spots because I think Vert was the one contender going into this that didn't belong. And I really wanted to see Vert take something. I think she had a great showing, but I really I love to see blood in a death match. I love to see people get hit with tacks. So I really think Vert needs a second chance. Like Vert needs a one-on-one death match to get in there, maybe take a spot with some tacks, maybe get hit with some barbed wire or something. Maybe Vert couldn't work it into the no ring. Maybe give her a death match in the rear ring. I still believe. I think there's confidence. They did take that DVD through the door. That spot was fucking stellar, man. It was right there. I got a great video of it. I was right there at it. That's literally my only thing, and I don't want to be like a complainant because I think to take on a death match is a huge task. Like honestly, come at me with some crazy shit like that. That takes a lot of balls. The Kirks were a stellar pull. Stellar.
Angel wanted to say something about Vert real quick before we move.
Oh no, that's what I said. Roland took it. Like he said it. Yeah,
no.
I'm not saying
that wasn't a hard
gnarly.
Spot.
I was like,
hell. My thing is just like anytime you see a newcomer into a death match, you really want to see where that ceiling goes to. And I'm not knocking Vert. I don't know how those matches come together. I don't know what spots didn't have a chance to come to light or come around. And that shit happens. Like sometimes you build things. I know from a first-hand perspective, sometimes you build shit and it doesn't go the way it's supposed to. And sometimes shit shows up in a match and it doesn't get touched. Things change. So I'm not knocking anything at all. I never would even
more
begin
times than not. More times than
not. I just would have loved, like, I think that the thing about, like, I think a lot about, like, those death match shots and, man, those stills. And you think about my boy Roland taking photos afterwards. Think about Vert Vixen with some just, like, a few tacks in the forehead. Just something, that kind of shit really elevates your shit. I really want to see maybe Vert get a second chance at this. My fucking huge strengths. Huge shout out to Scotty and Jeff Gant. Huge match. That match was so much fucking fun to watch.
Scott.
Jeff Gant with the fire punch to Scotty.
It worked.
Jeff Gant went over. If y'all are not familiar with Jeff Gant works a ton of heavy metal and he works a ton of hardcore stuff. And Jeff had a fantastic showing against Cass last year and couldn't come out on top. Jeff was really doing well. Come out on top of Scotty of all people. It was a stellar match. Great work. Great setup. Dud Stash made his debut against Luchador Insane in a killer showing.
Yeah,
such an emotional match. Like those two told a really good story in the ring. It was, just the back and forth really just held the fans together.
The New Jack tribute. Jack tribute.
Yeah, New Jack tribute. Yeah,
New Jack tribute was.
Don't roll over that. Yeah, don't roll over that.
Stash had a motorcycle fender on his arm.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That shit was crazy.
Great finish.
Dutch likes using vehicle parts. He's used a car hood in Laredo. He likes using vehicle parts. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah. Mercer versus Cass.
That's the one I wanted to be talking about.
Nailed it. I mean, they went all out. We built a trap. We built a barbed wire trap for them. They used it. There was a ton of tacks. There was I think Mercer had a bucket of 5,000 tacks that he threw Cass into. Me old Baracho crew ladder made another debut in a death match. I'm gonna just start calling it a triple threat. He showed up in 4 separate matches. Anytime that ladder shows up, you got an unofficial triple threat because my boy, you never know what old ladder's gonna do.
I'm kind of curious.
Great story. Aaron Mercer, our boy, we love Aaron Mercer in the pit, was able to bring the Bare Knuckles Championship home, which I agree. Aaron Mercer said something, and he said Casanova was the greatest bare knuckle champion of all time, and I do want to take a second to really break away from the heavy metal show and shout out the fact of Casanova's carrying that heavy metal title was huge. He defended that in multiple areas, multiple promotions. He carried it. He put it over on social media. No one works an indie title like Cass works the bare knuckle titles. Shout out to fucking Cass for that. Really, really big fucking deal. That's just huge. It was a big match. Non-death match was Johnny Bedlam versus Gary J, and it was a fuck fest. They beat the shit out of each other. It was great.
Yeah, it was.
That show's gonna end up on IWTV. If you get a chance to watch it, watch it. Shout out to Heavy Metal. Shout out to the first show of Heavy Metal's new chapter after Dylan Dunbar quit. You fucking quitter! Where are our goddamn tickets, Dunbar? We want the fucking ticket.
I like Dunbar.
Wasn't he there as a referee?
Yeah, he was a ref.
He was a ref. Ass liar. Me, Mr.
Yeah, I was like, he was still there.
Hey.
So what was the question? Mel was going to ask a question earlier, and you jumped past it. What was the question about the ladder?
Did the Kane make a debut? I want to know if Kane
no, negative. Kane did not get to you.
All right.
Shout out to the there was a match.
Forget about the Kane.
Cuervo versus Decimus.
After all that stuff with the Cane.
I love Cuervo. I fucking love.
I forgot about
Cuervo.
the Cane.
I do not love
the
Cuervo.
Cane, dude. The Cane.
Wait, what do you mean the Cane?
Dude,
we wanted. You guys didn't use the Cane after all that. The Cane didn't get used.
Didn't get used.
It's in the kitchen. It's in the room.
Of course, the Cane's in the kitchen. Why would not be in the kitchen?
The biggest win for me was I bought a telescope. Right, it was $2 at Goodwill. I bought a telescope. My wife talked shit about me. Everybody that ever came into the wrestling room while I was here talked shit about me. When I brought it, everyone that saw me walking with it talked shit about me. Tell me why Gray Scott thought it was brilliant. Gray Scott backstage was like, telescope? This fucking G. All right, I'm going to hit you with this telescope. It didn't actually make it, but I did hear Gray Scott talking about how the telescope was fun, and it made it into his pile that was supposed to get in the match. So I appreciate you, Scotty. I appreciate the genius that you possess. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Scotty. Fractured his foot in the no death match tournament. Jeff did not do that. Scotty wants everyone to know that Jeff ain't shit. And Scotty broke his foot on the concrete, not by Jeff. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, the heavy metal death match gets a 13 out of 10.
Hold on, and I just want to give 2 shout outs. One, I have no what the fuck that band was singing, but that was a great band. So they do it. They actually had, it was called Heavy Metal Wrestling, and there's a heavy metal band that was, and I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying at all.
Kirks used the lead singer guitarist. He wore 2 gauntlets with spikes, and they put their arms together, and he was like, ah.
Yeah, and then there was a spot in the main event with Casanova where they were they just started fucking just jamming out. That shit was getting me hype. She was getting me hype. And then also, I didn't catch his name, but that announcer, dude, I don't know where he came from.
He's great. I don't know where we met him before, but we know him, bro. We know him. We've met that guy.
Okay. Hey, can I?
How many of those $5 bundles you guys buy?
I know that beer and shot combo.
DA showed up at that show. I was
Can we edit this part out because that's gonna be awkward fussing.
Nope.
Shit. Okay.
No, that's too late.
Okay, but hey, I love the guy. Guy's awesome. Shit.
Whoever he might be, yeah. You're awesome, mystery man. Okay, so cool. So it's not like it was a great show, man. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was fucking great.
Fantastic, man.
So,
I love Ricky Asada is his name. Rolling in the comments. Shout out to Roland. Shout out to all of heavy metal, man. Like, I cannot wait to see those pictures. There's a spot in there that I'm super happy about. I won't put it out on the radio wave. It's a personal Baracho Crew story. Super happy about, but it was kind of a funny story, but we won't put it on public. We won't put it.
Well, it's about that time, guys.
Yeah, man. By the fucking way, there are 4 of you out there, and you know who you are, JoJo. I'm sorry, I did not cough. 4 of you were supposed to make it to that show. My tab was a lot cheaper because there were beers I promised y'all that I didn't end up having to buy y'all. So.
Wow. Wow.
4 people I promised a beer to. I drank those beers. I drank them.
You had to buy them. You just didn't have to share them.
Fuckheads. Go to heavy metal. It's right there. For real. Shout out. Can't stop talking about it. Heavy metal. Bear.
Okay, you can stop talking about it because I've tried to like stop him like 4 times and he keeps going and going and we're like 10 minutes past time. So it's time to talk about the Mount Rushmore. Let's get to the wrapping up this wonderful episode. So this week we're talking about Mount Rushmore for stipulations or matches, anything, basically any kind of a match other than a one-on-one single fall match would qualify as. So this has kind of been the broadest brush that we've been able to paint as we've created our Mount Rushmores. You know, we very little restriction. So I'm really, really intrigued to see what y'all came up with. I have a feeling there was a chance at first I was thinking, I mean, we're gonna all have the same 4, like the main things. But the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a second, there's quite a bit to choose from.
Yeah.
So I don't know who we're gonna roll with first. So who do we want to go first? Who's ready?
I'm ready. I got my list here.
Go for it.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna go with this. This is actually one of my favorite matches. I think I've only seen it once or twice, but a Taipei death match. I saw in ECW where they go ahead, and they put like they dip their gloves and fucking wax and put glass in it and just beat the shit at each other. That shit was bloody as fuck. I love that shit. I've always, as a kid, I always loved Last Man Standing. Like every time I played video games, like SmackDown or whatever, like I love, like, you know, they go everywhere. You know, they go in the back. You know, so many things you can do with a Last Man Standing match. Like it's always a lot of fun. Also, this is thanks to Brad and everyone. Anytime it's a light tube match, anything with light tubes, or it could be light tubes on several light tubes.
I did not think someone was gonna take one of my stipulations, you asshole.
Because it's so much fun, dude. Like I didn't know what it was till it just gets you so excited. You hear the blood and everything. It's like it's crazy. And then the last but not least, classic ladder match. There's so much you can do with it. I mean, there's very different variations. I was gonna go with TLC, but I'm like, nah. I think I'm gonna go back with this classic.
Yeah. Classic ladder match. Is a ladder match. TLC is a ladder match.
It's a variation, yeah. So those are my 4.
No, it's not a variation. It's literally any ladder match could be a TLC match.
That's true. Yeah,
ladder
that's
matches, you can do that.
Yes, because I remember playing
a ladder match. The only way is you got to climb the fucking ladder to get the belt. You don't have to use a table or a chair in a TLC match, but you use the fucking ladder. It's a ladder match.
You're right.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool, man. I like that Taipei one. I didn't think anybody would say something like that. That's the shocking one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We're gonna do like zigzag, I guess. Something. We'll go with Mel next.
All right. So for my first one, I actually have a TLC match. I love TLC matches. I like all the mess that it comes out of it. It's always tables everywhere, ladders thrown about, people pushing each other over. So I love TLC matches. Mm-hmm. The next one is probably the dog collar match, only because the whole Rowdy Piper thing. I love dog collar matches. JoJo, you taking my shit?
Yeah. You took one of mine too, so.
Yep. So dog collar match, I do love. Let me see. I'm trying to think what else I had. I had dog. The cell. I always like the
cage match or Hell in a
cage matches.
Cell?
Thank you. No, not Hell in a Cell. Like cage matches.
Cage match. Okay.
I always like the cage matches. I like those where somebody, but the one where somebody has to either crawl out or like get out, and not necessarily just being pinned. Yeah. So the cage match, and then for my last one, man, This one, okay. So I had a question. Is a Royal Rumble a stipulation? Or is a Rumble a stipulation?
Yes.
Because I love those, but I didn't know if that was in the realm or not. So I had two different ones.
Yes.
All right, Rumbles. Because I love Rumbles.
Yep.
See, I almost put Rumble on there, but I've been so soured by them that it's just like, I used to be that used to be my favorite match.
But we're not talking about how they are now. We're just talking about.
I know, but it's just like I had to think about it. I'm like, man, but I do love Rumbles. Are great.
It is strange that in the world of multiple cameras, we've lost interest in a Rumble.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Right?
back in the day, we had like just whatever they could get over there and the hard cam. And now
it was those
17 angles and people are like, okay.
Those giant studio cameras trucking over.
Very
but
cool.
I do love those like and I do like enjoy scramble matches, but I don't know if that's part of like the gimmick, those gimmicky matches either.
Any kind of match besides a one-on-one single fall match qualifies, so you're good.
I do like those. All right, those are my four guys.
Cool. All right, numero dos.
All right. So I'm gonna go with an alternative because multiple of mine have been picked. I had ladder match specifically, just because like that ladder match between Edge and Christian and Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy at No Mercy 99 was really a game changer. Like that match single-handedly was responsible for me buying pay-per-views. I had never bought a pay-per-view up until that day. I'd always watched after the fact or bought them on VHS, and I bought the next pay-per-view.
Ladder matches.
My one that comes next would probably be, I had a light tube rope match specifically, or I called it a House of Horrors match, but I'll leave that off. I replaced it with a scaffold match.
Oh, scaffold matches.
When he got picked. I really love a scaffold match. Man, as someone who fucking hates Jim Cornette, one of my favorite video clips is him falling off that scaffold and blowing out both of his knees. Because, man, you want to feel bad for a guy, but you're also so like you kind of fucking deserve it.
I still remember the Brian primetime Brian Lee falling from the scaffold against Tommy Dreamer.
There's also the world famous clip of New Jack throwing Vic Grimes almost to his death into off the scaffold into a ring full of tables, specifically throwing him too far and hoping that what happened.
Yeah.
Already, JoJo. Come on, JoJo.
I
specifically put an over-the-top rope battle royale / Rumble because I'm a huge World War III fan, even though it was absolute fucking chaos. God bless it, man. God bless it. Where else are you going to see Rey Mysterio, Alex Wunderkind take on the NWO, take on the Taskmaster, man? It's just great shit. You don't need the storylines. Who cares?
I'm glad somebody else put it because I
was with you.
Somebody else. I'm glad.
The over-the-top rope, and goddamn, what a punishment! Like, not only are you eliminated, but you fell 8 feet to the concrete.
Exactly.
That's awful.
You stuck and you hurt. And my last one is actually a barbed wire ropes bare board death match.
Okay.
What's more painful than that? No matter where you go, if you're touching anything,
it
hurts.
Fucking
hurts. And
for sure.
Mount Rushmore.
That's a good one. Okay, I'm gonna go next, and then JP can finish it up. I'm not very confident in mine. Y'all said almost all of mine already. So I kind of audibled one. So Royal Rumble. I mean, even people that don't even watch WWE anymore, they still watch the Rumble every year. I have never missed one. I still don't miss them. I watch them every year, and I don't even. I mean, it's one of the greatest concepts I think ever. They've used it to crown champions. They've had them to defend their titles. They've done it all. You know, there's all the twists. You get to road to WrestleMania. Like, it just freaking starts everything. Everybody's ready because you just know when it's the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
And you have to say it that way too, right? It's not the Royal Rumble. It's the Royal Rumble match. Like, that's how they always introduce it. Ladder match was, of course, on mine. I'm leaving that one on there, even though, because it's just ladder matches are the greatest, if you ask me. Shawn Michaels and freaking Razor Ramon started that ball, and then guys like all the matches y'all said carried it and elevated it to a whole nother level. With the Hardys, I mean, alone have made ladder matches legendary. No disqualification matches. I mean, kind of basic, but just like a no DQ. Yeah. Just like, you know what? Tired of this bullshit. Y'all cheating all the time. Fuck it. Like, you know, that's when it's like, you like, now we're gonna settle it in a no disqualification match, right? Like, that was always the thing when I was younger. That was when it was the now we're about to find out now. But that usually just meant more interference. But no DQ matches just makes it onto my Mount Rushmore. And then the last one is one of my favorite things, and I was glad they brought it back. And they do it justice in NXT. Is War Games. War Games was back in the match beyond.
Yeah,
it was called first before it was actually called War Games. It had Dusty Rhodes and that. I mean, the Horsemen, all that first started, and then it went away for a while and it came back. So that's my favorite. So that's my number one. My Rushmore's War Games.
That's a good one too. I like that one.
Man, you took most of y'all took most of mine.
I know. I was worried about that. It's like we're gonna have a lot of the same things.
Well, obviously my 4, as Mel mentioned, is the dog collar match. Punk's bringing it back for pay-per-view, so it should be awesome.
I had that one too. I replaced it. Yeah, that was
wow.
Yeah, I had that one too.
The second one that you just mentioned, Josh, is War Games, because like you said, throwing it back.
Yeah.
There's 2 I think no one's mentioned, which I'm taking the next 2. But we did mention this earlier. The third one, one of my third favorites was the Texas Death Match, because I enjoy watching that type of match.
Actual one. The actual one. Not a death match. Not a death match in Texas.
Actual.
Terry Funk. Remember Terry Funk getting kicked by the horse?
Oh yeah. And the fourth one, no one's mentioned this, is the famous I Quit match. Which
it's always an interesting
there's
one.
been a lot of them.
Yeah.
Obviously the Rock, Mankind, but a couple of my favorites was the Ric Flair and Terry Funk. They had that match on Clash of the Champions. And then there was like somewhat like an I Quit / submission match between Greg Valentine and Ronnie Garvin. I think that was at the Rumble pay-per-view. So those are my 4.
The I Quit ones. I think the reason I thought about I Quit, but it seems like most of the I Quit matches that I remember always ended with wacky finishes that were bullshit.
Yeah. But
remember that Mankind
pre-recorded all that.
Yeah. But I think it's almost necessary, because you don't, if you quit, like, it has to be, you know what I mean? You can't make the guy just totally, that totally buries yourself if you actually quit and make it. So it always has to have a wacky kind of bullshit thing. Like Cena standing on top of a car threatening
to throw Batista off. He says I quit. He still throws him anyway.
And then he still does it anyway. Yeah,
But with like the Funk and Flair match, like he said, I quit.
That was the one.
Such a big fucking thing. Like,
that
Gary
was the real one.
Flipped out.
That was the real one. That was the real one. That was the best one, and that was one of the first ones I ever saw. And I still think that's the best I Quit match that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, by far.
Imagine Evil in a no DQ match.
Every fucking Evil match is a no DQ match.
Hey man, I love it. I'm even better.
To be fair, that's basically true. Even when he was an LIJ, he just still used that same
Angela is so pissed.
No DQ.
He's so fucking pissed. He's so pissed. Look at that. He's so pissed. Just so y'all don't miss it. I had to do it. I've never used that option before, but I had to do it. That was perfect. Just soloing on someone without yanking us all
I mean, the thing about next week is Evil wins the tag team title. You might see Angel on a bigger rant because Evil's a triple champion.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! Well, oh my God! Damn it! I'll save this rant for next time. It's about the amazing shit that happened with Keiji Muto. I will talk that next week. Yes, that's so exciting. I'm so excited about that to talk about.
Bro, you're gonna forget it by next week.
No, I'm not gonna forget it. I'm gonna mark it. I have a little notebook now. I'm gonna put it in my notebook. This is specifically for the show because I have notebooks for no fucking reason. Yes. Well, no, it's just because I have a whole bunch of notebooks, so I gotta use it. I use it for something.
I use Post-it notes for the show.
Yes. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna put in here. So talk about next week. The wonderful news with Keiji Muto. The wonderful news. Yes.
It's not that wonderful.
It's wonderful.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
Oh yeah, the I Quit.
That's an amazing match.
One of the best matches of all time.
That was a great one too.
Dude, Magnum TA, dude. Can you imagine if he never got injured? Man.
That match stands the test of time.
No, it was a car wreck. It wasn't motorcycle. It was motorcycle, right?
I don't remember.
It was like a car accident, I think.
Okay, I know it was a vehicle accident.
Yeah, sucks.
All right, so what are we thinking for next week? We like to plant the seeds for Mount Rushmores.
I can actually write it down.
Yeah, that's what I do. So I usually do it.
Okay.
Should we do entrance themes?
Oh shit!
Ooh, that's a good one. See, there's no way we can have the same entrance themes at this point.
I like that
one.
Wait, we need to decide though. Are we cutting out indie themes? Like, is it strictly like mainstream themes?
No. No, absolutely not.
Damn it, Matthew! I just said that.
So any theme song.
Matthew's on timeout because that's the third time he's done that today. Has commented something that he just.
No,
any theme song that's been used by a wrestler ever.
Okay. But
whoa! What did you say? Say that again. I missed because the Angel was talking.
Any theme song used by a wrestler ever?
But so we said entrances, or we're saying songs because that's not the same thing, really.
Oh shit! Yeah, see, I took the songs.
Something that's been used a lot of times. Like not
okay,
like
so not a one-off.
Remember that one
entrance.
time someone came out to that one song to be funny? No, this is something that would be recognized as a multiple use time theme.
Okay,
and it has to be
mainstream though. It doesn't have to be.
And it has to be original. It can't be. You can't like pick like Kanye. You know, remember when?
No, indie themes, right? It has to be something written for the wrestler. So like DX's theme was written for DX. But like Ole do
shit.
For
but like Triple H.
But like Punk is applicable because they gave him permission. Same with Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
Because they gave him permission. It's
okay. Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just any theme song used by a wrestler multiple times.
Their actual interest, not for a gimmick, not for
honestly, CM Punk is a really bad example because those songs were not written for CM Punk. He just
that's the example of someone having a good entrance that wasn't written for them as well.
Yeah, right. So,
what about
because I popped like a motherfucker when I heard that music hit.
Of course, yeah. You associate with him now.
Yeah.
So you can pick like.
But that's how all of these are going to be picked by. Is like I mean, if you don't pop for the fucking song, then how are they going to make a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I mean, like, what about
like New Jack?
Daniel Bryan did the Flight of the Bumblebee or whatever.
So like New Jack.
Not Flight of the Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebee. Wait a minute. Flight of the Bumblebee.
Okay. If Mel didn't end up in timeout, I was gonna claim.
That's the first one.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebees. Jesus Christ.
Hey, right now.
That's
I wish I could see her right now. She is crushed right now.
Oh man.
She's
man. Yeah. So shit. So songs. I think this might be the one where we won't have like duplicates.
I have a someone might pick like New Jack.
That's so bullshit. That comment is bullshit. That comment is
true. Yeah, because New Jack shit. Yeah.
No.
Oh, but this doesn't count as a theme song, though.
I already picked that one, Matthew. What are you talking about? I can.
Matthew's in timeout. Why did I put his comment back up?
Oh, dude.
Sorry, my bad.
So songs, okay. So top team songs, okay.
Any song, yeah. Bye.
Mel don't even want to talk no more because he's just.
No, I'm done.
We'll see y'all next week.
Fly the Bumblebees.
Damn it.
Adios.
Damn it.